Masvidal came in, took advantage of an opportunity, and made the most of it. I mean, this is one of the best things possible, the best examples possible of a guy going into enemy soil, other person's home turf, the bigger, younger fighter who had kind of the momentum and who a lot of people expected to win. I think a lot of people were kind of counting Jorge Masvidal out of this fight. I think they were thinking that Till was going to win. It was going to set up some type of WWE moment inside the octagon with Ben Askren, who they flew there. And Jorge was having none of it. He put on a beautiful knockout. I mean, this is probably a knockout of the year contender right here. A beautiful knockout, had him out on his feet till his head actually bounced off of the canvas, got the double bonus in this fight. And then there was some stuff afterward, obviously, with Leon Edwards. Normally, you don't want to see things like this happen in MMA. You don't want to see anything damage your sport or a black eye for the sport. In this case in particular, I think this was the best thing that could have happened for the UFC, and I'm 100%, I stand by this. The state of MMA in the UFC right now, it's so diluted with all these little trash talkers, all these little guys that are Twitter warriors, and they think there's not going to be any repercussions or no consequences. Everybody wants to be cute for the media, say all kinds of funny things, but then when you get in their face or when you step toe-to-toe with them, they don't want to be like that. They're a different person. The Colby Covingtons that are playing the role, the Ben Askrens that are trying to be very media darlings all the time. There's too much of it right now, and this isn't a direct hit at Ben Askren or Colby Covington, or maybe Colby. Colby is just on another level, but it's the state of MMA is what I'm getting at. It's ever since Chael Sonnen came along, people try to replicate him, and then Conor McGregor. Everybody's trying to be Conor McGregor and say things that are a little bit too far past the line. And now we have guys that are going on Twitter talking all kinds of trash, calling out the entire division. Guys like Colby Covington are going out there and trying to just troll people and throw insults out at your way. But then when you approach them about this, there's nothing to be said. They're a different person. I'm getting tired of it. I was so happy that somebody finally decided to step up. Jorge Masvidal was the guy. This is nothing against Leon Edwards. I think Leon Edwards is a real guy. He's a fighter. He's a scrapper. He might have just been running his mouth a little bit, and when the altercation ensued, he's the one that got pieced up by it. But this is not a hit against Leon Edwards or anyone individually. I think it's what the sport needed. When Usman beat Woodley, he saw Colby Covington the next day in the lobby, and he got in his face because Colby Covington was talking so much trash. That needs to happen. When Leon Edwards and Jorge Masvidal were going back and forth, Jorge Masvidal did something about it. He wasn't going to let it sit there. I think this is what needs to happen. I really do, because so many people, so many fighters think they can get away with whatever they want because of the way that the sport is right now. If you start getting pieced up and punched in the face, or people getting in your face and calling you out on it, there's going to be a lot less of it. Needs to go back to just respect. Look, if you have confidence in yourself, that's one thing. If you're going to talk about how you're going to win this fight and you're going to dominate this guy because you're so confident in yourself, that's a whole other story. But when you're throwing insults at other people directly all the time and just throwing stuff out there, and you think that when you see these people, nothing's going to happen, then it's just going to continue. So this needed to happen. I'm glad that it did. You can't tell me that when you saw this street fight, when Jorge was hitting Leon Edwards, that you didn't get pumped up. I got super pumped up about it. I mean, you want to see a guy that's real, and Jorge Masvidal is real, man. He stood by his actions. He wasn't going to let anybody show him up. And again, this isn't anything against Leon. He just happened to be the guy involved in the incident. It's about all you jokes out there that think that you can go and talk the talk but not walk the walk.